So hello guys. So today in this session we will be seeing the economy of a pill, like a story of risk, science, capital, and human lives told through the lens of pharmaceutical economics. So today in this session we're gonna learn what is a pharma. We will be knowing all the basics and what are the upcoming means and everything related to pharma economics. What is it basically? So here we go. Chapter 1. So, in chapter 1, we will be seeing the molecule that almost no one believed in. It all begins with not in a hospital but in a lab. A single molecule among 10,000. Most will fail. This one survives long enough to enter animal testing, the humans, the regulators. The journey will take over a decade. So, here if we know that 90% of the drug candidates fail before approval, then it costs more than $2.6 billion. This is a rough average um, to approve a drug, and it take more than 12 years for average development of a single pill. The economy reality is one successful drug must pay for every failure that becomes it. What is a temporary monopoly? If you know about the patents, the patent are often misunderstood. They do not exist to reward greed. They exist to prevent silence. Without them, no rational investor would fund research where failure is the default. And the clock start early. The patent lasts 20 years, but is filed long before a drug reaches patients. By launch, only 8 to 12 years of protection remains. So, why monopoly is allowed? Because society accepts short-term influency, which is high price, in exchange for long-term efficacy, which is future innovation. This is known as dynamic efficacy. Then, in chapter 3, so here I will be giving an example, the $84,000 cure. In 2014, Sovaldi launched a $84,000 and headline exploded. But quietly something extraordinary happened. Hepatitis C become curable, where 90% plus was the cure rate and $500,000 cost of a liver transplant avoided. The drug was expensive yet cheaper than doing nothing. So, in chapter 4, how countries decide what a life is worth. So, government uses a concept called the QALY, a quality adjusted life year. It sounds cold, it is not. It is a budgeting tool in a world of scarcity. The invincible formula: if a drug costs $80,000 more but gives 0.8 extra quality years, the cost is $1,000, $100,000 per quality. See how decision differs. In UK, often rejects above 30,000 euros per quali, and in US no formal limit is there, and in Germany price can be negotiated. In chapter 5, the fall of a blockbuster, Lipitor once earned $13 billion per year. Then generic arrived, price collapsed by over 90%. Patient patient won. Innovation had already been paid for. This is the unwritten social contract of pharma economics. This is how pharma economic works. And the pharma in the final chapter, a $2 million injection. Zolgensma cost $2.1 million once. It saves children from certain deaths. The therapy works, the payment system breaks, economy now must evolve installments. Outcomes based refunds and risk pooled. The story is still being written. So this is how these are some examples of how pharma economics works. So if you like this narrative experience, then please subscribe this channel, and you can visit to www.prathambhavali.com for this kind of research.